The Mandalorian and Grogu is the brand new film from Lucasfilm and Disney that just hit theaters. The film is directed and co-written by Jon Favreau and also co-written by Dave Filoni, who all created the Mandalorian TV series. The film takes place after the events of Mandalorian season 3. We follow back up with the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, played by Pedro Pascal, as well as his confidant Grogu, as they're now contractors for the New Republic. Now they get their bounties from Colonel Ward, who in this movie is played by Sigourney Weaver. They also have some help from Zeb Orrelios, back from Star Wars Rebels, once again voiced by Steve Blum. In this movie, Mando is tasked with retrieving Rada the Hutt, who is the son of Jabba the Hutt, played by Jeremy Allen White. He's tasked by this by the actual Hutt clan and the Hutt twins. But as he's on this mission, him and Rada start to realize that the Hutts might not be telling the truth, and that Mando could also find some key information about the remnants of the Empire in other means. The film is 2 hours and 12 minutes long and is PG-13. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinenberg. Today, we're talking Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu. And if you're new to the channel, I am the biggest Star Wars person you can think of. It means the world to me. Is the franchise I'm the most passionate about. If someone in my life came up to me and knew something about me, it would be that I love Star Wars. And I did not have like the biggest high expectations for the movie. I love the first two seasons of the show. I really despise season 3. Like I thought it was a really bad season for Mando. So it definitely tempered my expectations for this movie. If you're not familiar beforehand, this is originally was supposed to be a Mando season 4, and then they were mandated to turn that and just make Mando season 4 into a movie. So all their ideas they were scrapped for a Mando season 4 because they had to make it into a 2 hour movie. I will say this before I get into my full review here on the movie. If you've never seen the Mandalorian TV series and you are nervous about walking in, you want to see a Star Wars movie in theaters, but you're worried you're going to be lost. Also, this, will you be as emotionally invested in Mando and Grogu? Obviously not, because for me, for many people, we've spent 7 years with these characters caring about them. But I will say you won't be lost story-wise. So if you're nervous, I would say I don't think you have to have had to see the last 3 seasons to watch this movie. It definitely makes this available to watch for anyone, watch the show or not. And I'll say this to me is a very harmless action adventure movie. And for many people, that will make this a very disappointing watch. I was not coming into this movie expecting a fantastic movie. Yes, it's definitely disappointing that this definitely feels like the first Star Wars movie that doesn't feel like a true like event watch. It's not obviously in the episodic episodes, and it doesn't even feel as bigger in scope as Solo or Rogue One. But I don't mind that. This movie is a harmless, fun time at the movies. I know some people are crapping on people who are using the word fun when it comes to this movie. I had a smile on my face throughout the entire film. It is definitely very much lower stakes than any Star Wars movie. This movie isn't trying to tell the most epic story. It's not trying to all of those things. It's just trying to have a regular action adventure. It definitely feels like 2 to 3 episodes of The Mandalorian squished into 2 hours. There are moments where I was like, oh, that's where the episode would end, and then cut to the beginning of the next episode. It definitely had that feeling. But what definitely helped this movie a lot was Jon Favreau, the director, made this movie very cinematic. Obviously, Favreau is a very strong filmmaker, Jungle Book, Chef, Iron Man. And I think what they did a really good job, this definitely didn't just feel like a Disney Plus special on the big screen. This definitely felt like a legitimate movie. It's shot in IMAX, and especially that opening cold open for the movie, it just feels a lot bigger in scale than what they could accomplish on Disney Plus. It feeling as cinematic, as big as it is, I think differentiates this movie enough from the TV show. The MVP truly of this movie, though, is Ludwig Göransson, who's now truly becoming the best composer working today, not named John Williams, who's still working. The score is fantastic for the movie. There is a new theme that he uses for this new planet that they go to towards the first act of the movie, and it is an unbelievable theme. I can't wait to listen to this score on loop. Ludwig Göransson is the perfect composer, was the perfect composer, obviously, for the TV series. Bringing him his score now to the big screen, getting to hear that score in a movie theater was honestly a joy to watch. Obviously, I am a sucker for the Mando and Grogu father-son dynamic. We also get a kind of some different dynamics with them in this movie. Obviously, this whole franchise has been about Mando protecting Grogu at all costs. This movie has a big portion where it's really Grogu having to take care for Mando. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you why that's the case. But I really liked that change and the evolution of their dynamic changing into now Grogu now needs to also take care of his father. And I thought that sequence, again, Grogu is extremely adorable. Very easy to root for both these characters throughout the entire film. I didn't mind the Hutts. I didn't think they were like the most unbelievable additions to the movie. And I found myself caring a lot more for Rada the Hutt than I was expecting. Again, could have been anyone, and really couldn't tell it was Jeremy Allen White. So they really could have had anyone voice that character, but I think Ride of the Hut worked for me more than I was expecting. And as I said, the cold open from this movie is fantastic. Like I loved the cold open for the movie. I do think the first half of this movie, though, is significantly better than the second half of the film. And as I said, this film definitely doesn't feel like it's like the most necessary movie to be shown on the big screen. Like I was thinking the whole time, I was like, did they really need to make Mando season 4 into a movie? Doesn't really feel that necessary. There doesn't feel like to be any true threats in the movie. Like Embo, who's the bounty hunter from Clone Wars, he feels like the biggest threat in the movie, but he's never a legit threat to stop Mando. I wish there was a bigger villainous presence throughout the entire film. I do think these characters don't have the biggest of character arcs. It's just Mando and Grogu on adventure for over 2 hours. There's not like this big growth for the two of the characters. They're not different at all from the other seasons of the show. And I do wish they tried for a little bit more on the story front to progress things than feeling like a couple hours of filler episodes of The Mandalorian. So, again, I don't think this movie is that great. Or I can totally people thinking it's a very average, mediocre experience. I had a good enough time watching the movie. It's very harmless. Do I wish they took a bigger swing with a movie like this? Absolutely. I wish there was a better reason to put these characters on the big screen than just trying to make money, basically. But the filmmaking is on display. The score is great. I always love a fun action adventure. So I don't think the story is really there's much story to talk about. And I really wish there was, but I had a good enough time with The Mandalorian Grogu. I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 stars, guys. I am going 60% for The Mandalorian and Grogu. What are your guys' thoughts on this movie? Let me know down in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon.